guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Niveda. I'm going to be doing a video on my top 5 favorite concealers, and the title says brown skin because these are meant for my skin color and they work really well on darker skin tone. But these specifically are really good for my skin shade, and I'm sure that they are just as good for lighter skin shades too, just because they're really good concealers. So for this video, not only am I going to be showing you my concealers and talking about them, I'm actually going to be putting them on so that you can see exactly how they apply and how they compare with each other. So I'm technically going to be ruining my precious under eyes by continuously putting on and taking off concealer, but I did want to show you guys how well these concealers work for me. So before I start the video, I do want to say that your under eye tissues are really soft and sensitive and fragile. I apply an eye mask every once in a while. I stock up on these eye masks from Sephora. They are super cheap, like $6 or something, and they work really well. I also apply castor oil to my under eyes. This is my holy grail. It's in like 2 or 3 of my other videos, and I highly suggest that everyone does this. Castor oil is so moisturizing, and it is really good for that sensitive skin. So I just take a little bit on my fingertips and I dab it underneath my eyes, usually before I go to sleep, so that it can soak in overnight. It helps alleviate dark circles, it helps reduce puffiness, and it prevents wrinkles. So, you know, all around it's really good for your eyes, and if you want to substitute that with an eye cream, by all means do it. I just like it because it's a little bit more natural, but definitely you want to incorporate some kind of under eye routine into your daily routine, whether it's morning routine or nighttime routine, because your under eye tissue is that sensitive and it is that important. Okay, so without further ado, let's start the concealer swatches. So I already have some makeup on, and I'm going to remove just the under eye part so that I can, you know, reapply concealer. Okay, so my absolute favorite concealer is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This concealer is super dense and highly pigmented, and it's just absolutely perfect for under eye circles. It's really good for brown skin tones because it comes in so many different shades, so you can literally find the perfect shade for you. And I will link where to buy this, and I will put what my shade is in the description box below. This is super dense, so I would highly suggest using either a beauty sponge or your fingers to apply this. So what I do is I take my fingers to apply it underneath my eyes because it's in a squeeze bottle, which I don't really like that much, but anyway, I just take it onto my fingers, dot it underneath my eyes, and then kind of smear it around so that it's a little bit more even. And then I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques beauty sponge and just kind of blend it out. So this is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. It is super high coverage, so I don't really think you should use it if you're not going to be wearing actual foundation and things like that. Also because you kind of need to, you know, bronze and contour just to make up for the amount of brightness it brings to your face. But as far as covering under eye circles and, you know, not creasing, all that good stuff, it is absolutely perfect. It has definitely taken care of all this, you know, redness and like the blue and black pigmentation, because this concealer is just absolutely perfect. It is so, I love it. And it is my #1 concealer. I think everyone should own this concealer. So my #2 concealer, which is almost a tie with the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, is the Smashbox High Definition Concealer, and I'm just in the shade Medium. This is the Tarte Maracuja concealer, which you can see is so thick and it's not dripping down at all. And then this is the Smashbox High Definition Concealer, which is a little bit more of a liquid consistency. So the good thing about that it's more liquid, is that you can apply this with your fingers, and you can definitely apply this with your brush and with a sponge. So it's just all over, you know, easy to apply. So what I do with this is the same deal, and I again hate that this isn't a squeeze bottle because that just makes it really inconvenient. But I apply this with my fingers underneath my eyes. And this time I'll go in with a brush. So this is just a little Eco Tools brush, and I really like to spray it with rose water. And then I'm going to use this to blend out the Smashbox concealer. So this is the Smashbox concealer, and I absolutely love this as well. Their colors are also really good for brown skin tones. It's not like they have a bunch of different shades, it's more that their concealers don't really give off a white cast, it doesn't make you look ashy, and it blends in really well. So this is Smashbox. In fact, I feel like this looks a little bit more natural than the Tarte Maracuja one is. So I will link both of these down below and how much they cost, because these are obviously high-end products and they're going to be a little bit more expensive, but these are my top two. So this is Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and this is Smashbox High Definition Concealer. And I definitely think if you are a brown skin girl, tan skin, olive skin, or any other lighter or darker shade, definitely invest in either one of these concealers. Number 3 is the BareMinerals concealer. And as you can see, I am almost completely out. That is pan right there, so it's just that around the edge that I have left over. Okay, so this is the BareMinerals concealer, and I feel like this gives an absolutely natural coverage, and it is still full coverage. I feel like you can still see a little bit of my dark circles underneath, but you can always just layer this up if you need to. This is my number 3 concealer because it is high coverage, it is super pigmented, and it just gives a really nice natural look. Also, to go with the theme of brown skin tones, it blends in so perfectly. BareMinerals, I don't know if you guys know, has such a wide variety of colors, whether it's their foundation or their powders or their concealers. You name it, they have almost like 20 different shades for everything. So definitely go check this out. I will leave the price for it below in the description box. And now I'm going to move on to this side. Okay, so number 4, everyone knows about, it is the Maybelline FitMe concealer. So now we're going into drugstore products. I hesitated to put this in my top favorites because it is not vegan and it is not cruelty-free, which reminds me that Smashbox, Tarte, and BareMinerals are all cruelty-free, and I love that, and I think that everyone should support their products. Unfortunately, Maybelline is not cruelty-free, so they do test on animals, and it is inhumane and cruel, and I do not support that at all. So I will no longer be purchasing this anymore, but it is only fair to show it because it was one of my top concealers, and it does really work well. So, you know, I think we should all be reaching out to Maybelline and other drugstore companies and telling them to please stop testing on animals, because it's 2016, like, it's gotta stop somewhere. But anyway, moving on to this. This is Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I'm in the shade Medium, and this, I just love the application of this, and I wish that the other 3 products were similar style application. It's just a little wand, and what I do with this is I just bring it down in like little lines in like a general triangle shape. Being more liquidy is a plus and a minus. I think because it is so liquid in consistency, you cannot use your fingers to apply this, because I've tried that so many times and you just get imprints of your fingers in the makeup itself. It's not a good thing. So I always go to my little brush and some more rose water, and I just, you know, kind of pat it out. Okay, so that's just a quick blending, and I absolutely love it. It is perfect to apply. It gives a nice highlighting and brightening effect. It's good for brown skin tones. It's so cheap. I love almost everything about it except that they test on animals, and like, I'm so upset to say that I will not be buying this again because, you know, with my whole new vegan thing, I just don't think it's fair, and eventually they have to stop. So this is Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Just for comparison, this was the BareMinerals. As you can see, this has more of a natural finish. It doesn't give off the white cast, and I don't think any of the high-end ones do, and that's just, you know, with price. But my poor under eyes. Okay, so my 5th favorite concealer is another Maybelline product, and this is the Instant Age Rewind Eye Eraser. And again, Maybelline, you need to change up your little animal testing policy. either way, this is a really good concealer. I don't use it for concealer as often as I use it as like an eyeshadow primer, but I just want to show you guys how it does work as an under eye concealer. So it comes with this really cool sponge applicator on the top, and you just twist it and get the product into the sponge. So as far as application goes, A+, super easy. Only downside to this, and it might just be on my skin, is it is super drying and you get those like dry spots on your skin, or I do at least. So for this, I always make extra sure to, you know, put some castor oil underneath my eyes before wearing this, and then definitely use my rose water spray to blend it out, because I do want to get as much moisture in there as possible before setting it. Okay, so this is the Maybelline Instant Age Eye Erase, whatever it's called. It is not as natural looking as the other four that I had mentioned, but it still does have really good coverage, and if you set it with a powder that is more of your skin tone, it's going to look absolutely amazing. Although this is not really a concealer, and that's why I only said top 5 concealers, I'm going to show you that sometimes I just put foundation underneath my eyes and then set it with powder, and that's all I need, because sometimes I don't want to do concealer and that whole spiel. So I use my BareMinerals Serum foundation. So I take a little bit of this on my finger and I'll apply it to my under eyes, and this is after putting on foundation or, you know, BB cream, whatever you're wearing for the day. Or sometimes when I'm not even wearing makeup, I'll just put this on underneath my eyes. Just blend it out. And that's what that looks like. So this is not going to give you a brightening effect, it's not going to give you a highlighting effect, but on your lazy days, this is the way to go. It absolutely covers your dark circles, covers any blue dark pigmentation, and it's just so easy to use. But yeah, so this is my Bare Skin foundation, and then this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eye Eraser Concealer. So those are my top 5 favorite concealers for my skin tone, and I do think that they would work for any skin tone because they're really good products. I did want to mention, I said so much about, you know, cruelty-free, and I think that's a really important thing. So BareMinerals, Smashbox, Tarte, and then also like other products like Too Faced, they're all cruelty-free, and I think that's a really important practice. Urban Decay is also cruelty-free, and they have their Naked Skin Concealer, which is so unfortunate that it doesn't really work that great for brown skin tones. I don't know what it is about the product, but it looks way too white no matter what shade I tried on. It just didn't blend in naturally, and I think they're a really good makeup brand, and they have so many other products that I love. So hopefully they'll come out with more shades for their concealer that will work better with, you know, brown, olive, tan skin tone. So that's pretty much it. Those are my top 5 concealers, and I really hope that it helped you guys. Please leave me a comment below if any of these are your favorite concealers. Also leave me a comment below on how you stand in the whole animal testing thing. I'd love to hear about that. Don't forget that I am hosting a giveaway that is open until January 29th, so I will leave a link to that somewhere here. The link will also be in my description box below. So don't forget to go click on that video and enter the giveaway. And I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.